Okay, I'm going to start, and anyone else who's joining, they can just pop along in whenever they're there. Hey, no, you can't do the practice while you're asleep. Okay, so welcome everybody. Okay, so we'll begin whenever you're ready. You can come to lie back down in your bed. You can come and lie down on your mat if you prefer to practice it on the floor. So in your own time, come to rest down on your bed or your mat. You can soften your gaze or gently close your eyes, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And take a moment to allow your body to settle, settling the mind, finding stillness in the body as you allow the surface beneath you to support your body. Find a sense of ease and calmness in the mind and the body as you allow yourself to let go of any effort, allowing yourself to just simply be here right now. So in your mind's eye, begin to connect to the space in which you're practicing this morning, connecting to the room in which your body lies in right now, visualizing the floor beneath you, the walls surrounding you, the ceiling above you, knowing that you are in a safe space right now, that this is exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment. So allowing yourself to do that, to simply be here. And I now invite you to become aware of your breath, to pay attention to your inhale and to your exhale. Observing the breath, observing the sensations that are being created by your breath. As long as it feels comfortable for you, allowing the breath to travel in and out of your nose. As you bring your awareness down into your belly, if you wish, you can always place your hands on your belly to give a little bit of feedback. And on your next inhale, send the breath right down into the pit of your stomach and allow the belly to rise on the inhale. And then on the exhale, allowing the belly to sink back down as you breathe back out through the nose or out through the mouth, whichever you're more comfortable with. Breathing right down into the pit of the stomach on the inhale. And on the exhale, breathing back out from the space of the belly. As we continue to breathe in and out of the space of our belly, in a moment we're going to add a count to our breath. So we'll inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 4. I'll get everybody to fully exhale first. And then breathe into the space of your belly for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale into the belly, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, and take about 2 to 3 more rounds like that by yourself, working with your own rhythm and your own pace. So if your hands were on your belly, you can release your arms back down by your side. Release the counting of the breath. Just allow the breath to return back to its natural rhythm. So begin to prepare to move our body now. When you're ready, just begin to move the hands and the feet. And allow the legs to come together. Take your arms over your head and stretch out your entire body, reaching out through your fingers and out through your toes. And release the arms back down by your side. Bend your knees. If you're in your bed and your duvet's over you, you might want to take it off now as you begin to move. Draw the thighs into your belly. If it feels comfortable for the neck and shoulders, lift the head towards the knees and create this little ball shape. Breathe. And then release your head and your shoulders back down if they were lifted. Allow your arms to come back down by your side. And gently begin to rock your knees from one side to the other. There's some massaging and releasing out through the lower back as we do so. And then allow the knees to come back into center. Keeping the thighs together, begin to circle your knees around your hips. Just small circles, allowing the knees to go in the same direction. And then switching direction. Allow the thighs to come back into your belly. Bring your arms out into a T shape, hands up or down, whatever feels best for you. And then allow your knees to twist all the way over to the right hand side. You can keep the gaze up towards the ceiling or maybe take the gaze over the left shoulder. And see if you can breathe into the space of your rib cage as opposed to into your chest. Inhale, come all the way back into center. We'll swap the sides, twist the knees over to the left hand side. Turn the gaze towards the right. And pause for a couple of breaths. Nice and slowly bring your knees back into center. Place your feet flat on the floor. Separate your feet out wider than your hips and place both of your hands onto, actually just place your left hand onto your front left hip bone. Right arm can rest down by the side. Pick up just your right knee, keeping your knee bent. Begin to draw circles with your right knee around your right hip. So we want these circles to be nice and slow and controlled. And we're trying to avoid the pelvis from rocking from side to side. So you can use that left hand to keep that left hip grounded so that the pelvis doesn't rock over to the right hand side as we move through these rotations. Complete the circle in this direction and then switch the direction. And complete the circle you're doing on this side. And place the foot flat down onto the mat. Place the right hand to your right front hip bone. Release the left hand down, bring the left knee towards your belly. Your knee stays bent. And begin to rotate that left knee around the left hip. 2 frontal hip bones staying level. And just think about the upper thigh bone, the femur pivoting in that hip socket. Complete the circle in this direction and then switch the direction. Complete the circle that you're on and lower your foot back down onto the mat. Draw your thighs into your belly. You can roll over to one side to bring yourself to seated. Or you can always rock up to seated if that feels okay for you. Allowing everybody to arrive into a seated position on your mat or on your bed. Extending out through the legs if there's a bend in the knees, if that's more comfortable for your spine, then that's absolutely fine. Take the arms out in front a little bit into our ankles and wrists now. I want you to point your toes forward and point your fingertips down towards the floor. Elbows will stay straight. Release the shoulder blades down the back. Relax the shoulders. Keep your fingers spreading wide. And flex your feet so you pull your toes back towards your chest and spread them. And then point the palms away from you as you pull your fingernails back towards your face. So you're going to feel that work through the front of the wrists and through the forearms as we extend through our wrists. Spread your fingers. One more time, point the toes forward. Release the fingertips down. Relax the shoulders, elbows straight. And flex the feet, spread the toes. Extend through the wrist, fingertips point up towards the ceiling, spread the fingers. Feel like you're trying to push through the heels of the palms, as if you're trying to push a wall away from you. Now relax the hands, create little fists with your hands and just begin to roll your ankles and your wrists around a couple of times in one direction. Switch the direction. Release the hands back down, release the knees back down, or the feet back down even. Take a bend into your elbows. I'll face you here. Fingertips onto your shoulders. And begin to roll your elbows around your shoulders. Create nice big circles. As the elbows come forward, can you allow the elbows to meet? Feel the movement of your shoulder blades, your scapula, as you rotate the elbows around the shoulders. Next time the elbows meet, switch the direction. Let's go for one more in this direction. And then releasing the arms back down. You can stay with straight legs. If you want to come into a cross-legged seated position, go ahead. Stay sitting tall as we bring our movement into our neck. Lower your chin down towards your chest. And then roll your chin along the arc of your right collarbone. Turn the head slightly so your ear drops to your shoulder. Then allow the head to drop back and bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Pause for a slight moment. Turn the chin and the nose tip towards your left shoulder. Allow the chin to draw the arc of the collarbone all the way back over towards the right shoulder. Turn the head slightly so it's ear to shoulder. Drop the head back. We take left ear to left shoulder. Turn the head slightly so it's chin and nose tip to the shoulder. And then drop your chin back into chest center as we switch the direction. Draw the chin over towards the left shoulder. Turn the head slightly, it's ear to shoulder. Drop the head back all the way over to the right hand side, ear to shoulder. Turn the head, nose to chin to shoulder. Drop the chin all the way over to the left hand side, last round, ear to shoulder. Drop the head back all the way over to the right hand side, chin to shoulder, and all the way back into chest center. And lift the head back up, coming back into a neutral spine. From here, we'll make our way onto our hands and our knees. You're coming forward, whatever way is easiest for you, allowing yourself to arrive onto your hands and your knees. more or less stacking your joints. If there's too much pressure on the wrist, move your hands slightly forward. I'm moving into our spine now. As you inhale, begin to untuck your tailbone. So think about sticking your bum up towards the ceiling. Then allow your belly to drop. Open through your front rib cage. Keep your elbows straight as you pull your shoulders back towards your outer hips. Open through the chest. Lift the chin, lift the head. Now keep your chin lifted as we reverse from our tailbone. So begin to tuck your tailbone first. Draw your belly button, your navel towards your spine as you round into your lower back, into your middle back, into your upper back. Draw your chin in towards your chest. Think about pulling your pubic bone and your nose tip towards each other. Keep your chin towards your chest, once again working from your pelvis. So untuck your tailbone, tailbone lengthens towards the ceiling. Pubic bone pointing back behind you, belly drops, ribcage drops. Lengthen across the collarbone, pull the shoulders back towards your outer hips as you lift your head. And again, from your tailbone, curl the tailbone under, round into lower, middle, upper back, chin in towards the chest. Push the mat of the bed away from you to drive into your hands and into your knees. One more time, untuck from your tailbone. We extend through the spine, lifting through the head. And flex through the spine as we tuck the tailbone, rounding into the back body. Hollow out the front body. Push everything away, down to the hands, down to the feet, down to the shins. And then just allow yourself to come back into a neutral spine. So our final movement here. Begin to circle your rib cage around in a full rotation here. So we're dropping the rib cage down, move it over to one side, round into the back body, over to the opposite side. So we're getting into that flexion and extension of the spine, but also adding in a little bit of a side bend. You feel the hips and the shoulders will start to move also. And then switch the direction. And then finish the circle that you're on. Walk your hands back towards your feet. So you can stay sitting on your feet if that's comfortable for you, or else roll over, crisscross your ankles and find yourself in a seated position. So I'll get everybody to bring your hands to chest center. You can soften the gaze or keep the eyes closed. So as we close out our practice here, so I'm going to invite you to take part in a mindful task today. So at some point throughout your day, I invite you to pause, to stop what you're doing, and allow yourself to just take 5 mindful deep breaths. It's as easy as that. Just once at some point during your day today. So thank you everybody for showing up this morning, for giving yourself the space and time. And from my heart to yours, I hope you have a lovely day, and you can share these offerings with anyone that you feel might benefit from them. And I will hopefully see you all here again on Friday morning, same time, same place. Thank you everybody. Feel free to say hi in the chat box so I know who was practicing with me, and have a wonderful day. Namaste everybody.